Hey everyone! I have some good news to share. I haven't been live for a really long time. Yesterday I got my PCR test back and it came back negative, so I am officially disease free. I no longer have that infection that has been a huge part of my life since that for 18 years. It's no longer part of my body. It took 14 treatments of ozone therapy to get rid of it, and I'm really excited that this treatment worked. So now my journey is transforming. I mean, healing is not linear whatsoever. Uh, so I have a whole journey ahead of me. But for 18 years, I was told that I have rheumatoid arthritis, and I did not. I was put on prednisone, which is a really strong steroid. I was put on methotrexate and biologic injections, high doses of each, high frequency for 18 years for for a diagnosis I didn't even have. So, finding out that I had this infection and then finding the right treatment for it has been a game changer for me. The reason why I didn't give up in my search, of course, is because I had a powerful transformation with Purium superfoods and this lifestyle. And it's because of this lifestyle that I had the courage and the support to keep digging and looking, because what happened was when I started putting this nutrition into my body, my symptoms started to change and I was able to lower my medications. Over time though, I experienced like instability after 3 years on this lifestyle because my body started breaking down from the prednisone, which is a really strong steroid. If you guys don't know anything about prednisone, it's so damaging. Really, like, it can be helpful and useful in specific cases, but it always comes with negative side effects, and we should only be put on it for a short term. Like, some people get put on it for a month and they experience a lot of damages. Some people get put on it for 6 months and they're still like picking up the pieces. Well, I was put on it at high doses for 18 years. It's almost like my doctors forgot about me or thought my case was hopeless, so they just kind of left me like that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support and your words. Yeah, I'm so grateful to be off of this drug, prednisone. And why I say my healing journey has just begun. Oh, because it never ends, right? But it just evolves. And so my healing journey has evolved to get off of these drugs. And that's what I did with Purium. And then I had to get back on my drugs because everything went to shit. And so then the next phase of my journey was really discovering what I actually had, which is not rheumatoid arthritis, but an infection that was causing like a rheumatoid arthritis reaction, right, to this infection. So then the next journey was, let's get rid of this infection and let's do it with the correct treatment, which for me was ozone therapy. Now that I am 14 treatments in with ozone therapy, and now that I no longer have this infection, it's even more clear to see just how much damage prednisone has done to my body. So prednisone is basically a nerve blocker, right? And an inflammatory blocker as well. So it lowers inflammation in the body and it lowers like your nerve responses. So, you feel less pain, you're less inflamed. It just controls so much. It masks so much. But over time, what it does is it shuts off essential functions in the body, which is what happened to me. Certain enzymatic functions, hormone functions. I mean, I could keep going. And for me, it basically shut off my adrenals. So my adrenals were not working at all. And I had to go through like a 6 month, I'm still going through it, 7 months of detoxing prednisone. Prednisone is still in my body after 7 months of being off of it, but significantly less in my body. And I'll get into the detox and these superfoods in a little bit to explain like that journey for me. But the detox symptoms were horrible because my adrenals stopped functioning without the prednisone. And without functioning adrenals, you can experience all sorts of shit in your body. Like my body I wasn't digesting food. I was constipated. Things weren't moving. An enzyme shut off, which is essential for a breakdown of food. So I was having extreme constipation that was like taking me to the hospital. I was having blood clots. I had 2 pulmonary embolisms, which was really scary. What else? What else? My lungs. So I'm experiencing a lot of issues with my lungs because when my adrenals are not functioning, it's not regulating my lungs. So I'm having to use an inhaler right now as we figure out and sort how to kind of boost my adrenals. My adrenals, when they're not functioning, they're not producing cortisol. And cortisol is one of 3 important hormones in the body. So not producing cortisol means I have really low energy, very minimal range of motion, a lot of pain in my joints, stiffness. And then also because the steroids is getting less and less and less in my body, and steroids is predominantly a nerve blocker, like an inflammatory blocker, all of my nerves are waking up, so I'm progressively getting more and more pain, sensory overload, but also like nerve pain, skin pain, muscle pain, bone tissue, ligaments, like you name it. Everything is just like on fire. So my alternative practitioner found a solution for me, and that was to take an extremely low dose of cortisol. It's called Cortef. It's not addictive, which is great, and it has been the #1 thing that transformed this whole adrenal failure situation. As soon as I started taking the Cortef, which is just a small dose of cortisol, which is what my body needed, my hair stopped falling out. So that's really amazing. I was super happy. I noticed immediate changes in my energy levels. They just skyrocketed. And also like the level of pain in my body is less and less and less because I'm taking this cortisol, which my body's not producing, unfortunately, right now. And I have more range, I have more flexibility, I'm able to do more. Like, as you guys can see, I'm preparing all my holiday acts. I'm performing basically all of November, so I'm back in the game. I'm back at work after 6 months off, and I'm also practicing contortion. So it's really exciting, and it's looking up. And I'm just so grateful for this alternative medical intervention and the support that I've received and the results that I have from these treatments. It's incredible. The next phase is really looking at the damage that steroids has done to my body and getting my adrenals back in order. So this is what I mean by like my healing journey has just begun. There's just so many layers to healing, right? Yeah, so I think I covered all of that. So it's really exciting. I no longer have this infection, this virus, and that probably means that I don't need these medications anymore, but I'm going to be doing a follow-up with my alternative practitioner next week, so I'll have more information on that. In the meantime, my journey continues with detoxing prednisone, and I don't know how long it's going to be. I'm not putting a timeline on it. I just know that it's going to take whatever time it needs to take. I do know that there's a lot of things that are supporting me in my detox, and that's what I want to share with all of you, because we've all been on drugs, we've all been on pharmaceuticals, we've all been on antibiotics, painkillers. I mean, we just by living, we have so much damage done to us, right? We're also constantly consuming foods with GMOs, herbicides, and pesticides. And I've gotten into all of that, like how glyphosate is tied to so many health issues. And GMOs and glyphosate in particular, they make you hold on to toxins. They have a huge correlation increasing your C-reactive protein, which is your biomarker for inflammation. So if you're holding on to inflammation and you're holding on to toxins, then your body's not absorbing nutrition, it's not cleaning itself out, and it's not functioning optimally. And we're all a product of that. I'm sorry, if you live in North America and you've taken medications over the years and you're eating North American food, then your body is bombarded with glyphosate, bombarded with GMOs, sugars, and not to mention all the other toxins in our environment, in our air, in our water. And then, of course, pharmaceuticals. So for me, like, detox has been an essential part of my healing journey. And it's really like the start of everything that shifted, because, you know, like 3 years ago, I had completely given up on the idea of figuring out what the hell I have, what my condition is, because I knew it wasn't rheumatoid arthritis. I also gave up on the idea of getting off of all my drugs. But it wasn't until this Purium Lifestyle that I noticed significant changes in my pain. My inflammation went down, almost all my pain went away, my weight regulated, my mood balanced. It was incredible what I was able to do with my body, and my athleticism skyrocketed for a really great period of time. I would say like 2.5, almost 3 years on this Purium lifestyle. And a huge reason for that is that these foods are designed to get rid of toxins in your body and also nourish and hydrate you. And these foods are the most pure and potent things I've ever come across. They're 100% organic. I mean the real deal organic, not like when people say it's organic, but there's still traces of this or that. There's no additives, no binders, no fillers, no sugars, no dyes. Then there's no GMOs. It's tested for GMOs and glyphosate. There's no glyphosate. It's grown in regenerative agricultural ways, like with regenerated soil is what I meant to say. And so the food that's grown has so much more nutrition in it than anything that you buy at the store today. And it's grown in the California farms, comes straight to your door. So it's, packaged in home compostable packaging. Like, I could go on and on and on about these foods, but really what happened for me when I started eating these foods, drinking these foods every single day, on top of, I eat other stuff too. I eat solid foods. I go out to restaurants still. I cheat. I still have snacks, but I started incorporating these drinks regularly into my life. And what I found was I was detoxing all of the drugs that I've been taking for 18 years. I'm someone that was on antibiotics 4 to 6 times a year my whole life. I was repeatedly getting infections. On this lifestyle, I haven't had to take antibiotics and I hadn't had any infections. It's remarkable how it transformed from my gut health to my skin health, my hair, everything was glowing. I had more energy. But recently I also found out that my liver is fully functioning. Guys, that's proof that this stuff is working, because I had like fatty deposits on my liver. I was struggling with my health, with my liver. And I think it's because of the barley greens in particular that I've been taking like religiously. It's a wheatgrass. This stuff right here, I have a glass of it every morning. I blend it up, and this specifically detoxes your liver, your blood, your organs, like cleans everything out. The other thing is my green power shake. So these two I'm taking every single day now for 3 years. Hey, Mom. And then, of course, the Biomedic. So the Biomedic is like the most important piece, because that's the one that's really pulling out the GMOs from your system and glyphosate. We're the only product on the market that has been tested and proven by the Detox Project to remove 75% of GMOs and glyphosate from your gut. So when you think about all the GMOs you've consumed your whole life living in North America, we have a product that removes this in just 6 weeks. So I've been taking this for 3 years. I've noticed huge transformations in my growth, in my health. And when everything started to fall apart for me because of the steroids, I knew I had to get off this drug, and I knew I was going to go through the hardest part of my detox and transformation ever. And I had to sacrifice a lot. I had to sacrifice my career. I had to sacrifice my athleticism, everything that I love doing. I stopped working. I stopped going out. It was hell. Okay, it was real hell. And I had been detoxing GMOs and glyphosate already for 3 years. But here I had to detox prednisone. And it was one of the hardest things. And I could not have done it without these superfoods. These superfoods gave me vital energy when I couldn't get out of bed or move my body. It gave me emotional strength, mental clarity. It gave me hydration and nutrition when I couldn't even cook for myself. Or there was like a 2 months where I had no appetite at all. Like the steroid withdrawal was so intense. I had no appetite. And so this was really quick, easy nutrition. I was getting in all of my vegetables, all of my proteins, all of my fruits, while detoxing like just years years of prednisone use and just other pharmaceuticals, right? So it's been such a big transformation for me, and I continue to see the growth daily. And one of the things I talk about all the time with this nutrition is consistency and making it a lifestyle. Like just living, like enjoying these foods for 30 days, you'll notice massive shifts in your weight, in your mood, in all of the symptoms that you're experiencing. I mean, most people do. Some people need 2 months, but it's usually something you witness right away. And then unfortunately, most people quit. They just see it as like a diet program or whatever. And it's really not a diet program, you guys. It's a lifestyle. It's the easiest lifestyle I've ever picked up in my life. You just have 1 to 2 drinks a day. You make sure you take your gut health supplements. We have so many other things for so many other reasons. You know, it really depends on your goals, but the number one is detoxing your body daily. And it just has this compound effect. And over time, I can tell, you know, and my DNA is shifting. I'm detoxing so many things from my body. My health is getting better. The inflammation in my body has gone down. My hair is growing really fast. My complexion is clear. It's just really helped me get through this mega transformation and extremely challenging time in my life of getting off of prednisone. And I'm not stopping there. You know, I know that this is something that my body needs every day. And when we go to sleep, our body gets rid of broken and dead DNA and cells, right? And we're rebuilding new DNA in our sleep. So for me, it's a really fascinating topic because I love the idea of knowing that I have nourished my body with everything it absolutely needs, and that when I'm sleeping, my body is building a whole new set of healthy, strong, resilient DNA. And we completely are reborn in 7 years. Like we're a whole new structure. Every 7 years, our bodies just renew itself, right? So long term is really the goal with this lifestyle. I've been doing it for 3 years and have had incredible transformations, and it's only been 3 years. So I can't even imagine like another 2 years from now where I'm going to be. I couldn't recommend these foods more for cleansing, nourishing, hydrating, detoxing, energizing, like rehabilitating. So many people are using these foods to rehabilitate themselves from chronic conditions, surgeries, like accidents. Like I had to rehabilitate myself so that I can walk again and have my strength again. I was in a place during this detox where I had no strength at all. I didn't even have the energy or the strength to digest my food. So I needed nutrition that was going to be very bioavailable, very efficient, and that was quickly absorbed, easy to break down, and required very minimal of me. That's how intense it was for me. And this food gives you all of that. And it just saves me so much time. Everyone I talk to, it's like the easiest lifestyle. You get all this nutrition and immediately you feel the impacts in your body. You're saving so much time. And the biggest thing for me too is it has completely transformed my cravings, especially the barley greens and the super aminos. So this is like the most incredible protein. And you know when you're having protein, it actually cuts all your other junk food cravings. If you have enough protein in your body, you're not crashing and you're not snacking. So this was the most efficient protein I've ever had in my life. I don't skip a day of this. I take 10 to 15 every day. I still eat steaks. I still eat whatever, like I eat everything. I'm vegan, vegetarian, meat. I love it all. But that's not to say that I'm not taking this. This is the most efficient protein. It has transformed my brain activity, my mental acuity, my muscle building, but especially my cravings. So these two together, the barley greens and the Super Amino 23, these two together have been my allies in making sure that I don't snack or rely on junk foods or overeat sugars and salty, like greasy things. And that's been a huge part of my recovery, as well as overcoming the junk addiction that I had, which was related to poor gut health and depression, and a lot of it was related to pharmaceutical overuse. So yeah, that's like my journey in a quick little live. I haven't been on here in a while because I've been super busy getting my shit together and creating all these holiday acts. But I was just really excited to share the news that I have a negative PCR test. I'm disease free. I'm infection free after 18 years. I'm so excited to share that with you guys. And I'm doing really well with the prednisone detox. I am 7 months off of prednisone and things are really looking up. There's still some of it in my body. Like I said, like this detox journey is ongoing. This healing journey is just beginning, but things are really looking up. And man, have I been through hell and back. So yeah, I only talk about and promote things that I have done. Any treatments, any supplements, any foods, any methods. They're things that I have, like, they're like tried and true and close to my heart. And that's the only thing that I share. And I hope that you can benefit from it. So if you have any questions at all about anything, about detoxing from prednisone, getting off of medication, ozone therapy, these superfoods and how you can incorporate them into your life, or even just which superfoods would work best for you to overcome any challenges that you face, or anything else that inspired you today, just get in touch with me. I'm super open about this stuff. I live to support all of you. It's my journey to just like try it myself, live it in a disciplined way, and then share the the gifts with all of you. So don't hesitate to get in touch. And thanks so much for all of your support, everyone. I really appreciate it. I see here, good job. Stay strong. Thank you. Yeah, always strong. Thanks, Mom. Yeah. Love you. And yeah, my mom's saying here, Purium is definitely not a diet. It is a lifestyle. Yeah, I know how much you love Purium, Mom, and how much it's changed your life. And I know too, like you've fallen off the Purium wagon here and there, like where you've stopped taking it, and you notice right away, like when you're not getting in this nutrition, like your energy levels change, your weight changes, your cravings fall back to these old unhealthy habits. Like you've experienced it, like consistency with this lifestyle is so important, right? And we all need fruits and vegetables and protein, and we all need to be hydrated daily. So it's like you might as well just have this in your cupboard and make it your go-to. Instead of like reaching for a million supplements, get it from this food. It's a game changer. I've never come across anything like it. This Purium lifestyle is literally the number one reason why I am on this journey and why I am where I am. So with that, you guys, I'm gonna head off and have a beautiful night, everyone. Love you. Thanks for tuning in.